The Greedy King and the Magic Flute. Once upon a time in a kingdom far away, there was a king who was very greedy. He loved nothing more than money and power, and he would do anything to get more of both. One day the king heard about a magic flute that could make whoever played it rich beyond their wildest dreams. He sent his soldiers out to find the flute and bring it to him. After many months of searching, the soldiers finally found the flute and brought it back to the king. The king was thrilled, and he immediately ordered his musicians to play the flute. Sure enough, the sound of the flute was enchanting, and as the music filled the air, gold coins began to run down from the sky. The king was overjoyed, and he ordered the musicians to keep playing. For days and nights on end, the musician played the magic flute, and the kingdom became richer and richer. Yes, the kingdom became richer and richer. But the king's greed knew no bounds. Yes, no bounds. And he became obsessed with the idea of having all the gold in the world. One day the king ordered his musicians to play the magic flute non-stop, without any breaks. The musicians protested. Yes, the musicians protested, saying that they were exhausted and needed to rest. But the king wouldn't hear it. He threatened to have them imprisoned if they didn't obey him. So the musician played and played without eating or sleeping or taking any breaks. But eventually, they became so weak that they could no longer hold the flute, and the music stopped. The king was furious. Yes, he demanded to know why the music had stopped. And when he learned that the musicians had collapsed from exhaustion, yes, he had them thrown into prison. But the magic of the fruit had a way of punishing those who were greedy and selfish. The next day, the king woke up to find that all his gold had turned into dust, and he was left with nothing but an empty treasury. The king finally realized the error of his ways. He released the musicians from prison and begged their forgiveness. From that day on, he ruled with wisdom and compassion, knowing that true worth comes not from material possessions, but from love, kindness, and generosity.